Let's go back to the seerah of Ibn Ishaq that I started with and look at the notorious incident of how Muhammad dealt with the tribe called the Banu Qurayza, members of which had sided with the Meccans during the Battle of the Trench. Ibn Ishaq said, "Then they surrendered, and the Prophet of God confined them in Medina, in the quarter of the daughter of Al-Harith, a woman from Banu Najjar. Then the Prophet of God went out to the market of Medina, which is still the market today, and dug trenches in it. Then he sent for them, and struck off their heads in those trenches, as they were brought out to him in batches. Among them was the enemy of Allah, Hayy ibn Akhtab, and Ka'b ibn Asad, their chief. There were 600 or 700 in all, though some put the figure as high as 800 or 900. As they were being taken out in batches to the Prophet of God, they asked Ka'b what he thought would be done with them. He replied, 'Will you never understand? Don't you see that the summoner never stops, and those who are taken away do not return? By Allah, it is death.' This went on until the Prophet of God made an end of them."
Yes, you're clearly saying it, Hassan Radwan, the Sissi. Okay, you clearly said it that the Banu Qurayza, they allied with the Meccans of Quraysh, but first they made they allied with the Muslims, they made a peace treaty with the Muslims that they will not fight the Muslims while the Muslims were busy fighting the pagans of Quraysh, the Meccan pagans. But what happened is that the Banu Qurayza secretly broke the treaty, okay, between them and between the Muslims, and so they allied with Quraysh and they helped Quraysh with weaponry, to give them weapons and to help them against the Muslims, to plan against the Muslims. So in the end, when the Muslims' war between Meccans was over, they had to punish the Banu Qurayza for number one. Banu Qurayza, they betrayed the Muslims in secret without letting the Muslims know. Second of all, they allied with the Meccans of Quraysh against the Muslims to kill them. So the reality is they should be punished in this way, right? And remember, it's not easy, because when you ally with someone, with an enemy, to kill these people, okay, these people have to take revenge on you. Okay, this is the just way. Because in the end you help them kill many Muslims, innocent lives, taking away innocent lives. So these people who take innocent lives and forbid others from living, they should be dealt with in the same way, exact way. This is Sahih al-Bukhari hadith here. Okay, here you go, this is the reference. This is narrated Abu Sa'id al-Khudri. The people of Banu Qurayza agreed to accept the verdict of Sa'ad bin Mu'adh. So the Prophet Muhammad sent for Sa'ad, and the latter came riding a donkey. So they accepted to the verdict of Prophet Muhammad that what he would want to do to them. Okay, what he's gonna do with Banu Qurayza. So he told them, he informed Sa'ad to go tell Banu Qurayza that, inform them so and so that because you betrayed our treaty, we will kill your men who took part in the war, and we will take your women as captives, and etc., etc. Okay, so they accepted that without a fight. Okay, so came riding a donkey, and when he approached the mosque, the Prophet Muhammad said to the Ansar, "Get up for your chief or for the best among you." Then the Prophet said to Sa'ad, "These Banu Qurayza have agreed to accept your verdict." Sa'ad said, "Kill their men warriors," as you can see in the Arabic version. Okay, let me show you the Arabic version. Okay, فقال تقتل مقاتلتهم. Okay, so he said that you should kill their warriors. مقاتلتهم, meaning those who took part in the war against the Muslims, the warriors. Okay, the men warriors. Kill their men warriors and their offspring as captives. Okay, on that the Prophet Muhammad said, "You have judged according to Allah's judgment, or said according to the king's judgment." Okay, so again, this Hassan Radwan Sissi has to check back what he's saying.
Another episode from Muhammad's life that looks very cruel and immoral by today's standards was his treatment of the Banu Najjar in Khaybar. At one point, Muhammad orders Kinana, the keeper of the treasure of his tribe, to be tortured, to tell them where the treasure is. "Torture him until you extract what he has." So he kindled a fire with flint and steel on his chest until he was nearly dead. But Kinana refused to say where the treasure was, so Muhammad handed him over to a companion who beheaded him.
Now, to truly know a person who wants to actually learn Islam from a person who actually wants to lie about Islam and not learn it just to show bad examples about Islam, is we have to look at two parts, okay, two things. First off, if this guy really wants to learn about Islam, you'd see him asking many questions, but he doesn't want to, for example, trim things, right? If we see a person who wants to trim things from the seerah, okay, especially Ibn Hisham's seerah and Ibn Ishaq's seerah, to suit his agenda, then we can say that this guy wants to fight against Islam and show a bad example about Islam, not to learn Islam, okay, not for learning reasons. Now we're gonna go to Sirat Ibn. Now Sirat Ibn Ishaq is less authentic than Sirat Ibn Hisham, but anyway, this does not show that. I'm gonna show you from both, from Ibn Ishaq's Sirah, the one that this guy Hassan Radwan, the Sisi, he was explaining, and one about Ibn Hisham. Okay, so I'm gonna start with Ibn Hisham. So this is our Rasul Muhammad amara bi qatl Kinana bin Rabi' ibn Abi al-Haqiq. So the Prophet Muhammad has ordered that Kinana bin Rabi' ibn Abi al-Haqiq should be killed. This is Kitab al-Sirah al-Nabawiyya li Ibn Hisham. This is the book of Sirah, okay, by Ibn Hisham. Fasl Qatl ibn Abi al-Haqiq. Explanation of the killing of Kinana, okay, لنقض العهد, because he broke the treaty. So, قال Ibn Ishaq, okay, this is Ibn Ishaq, the one that in Ibn Hisham includes it, okay, that what Radwan was saying, okay. So, وأتى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم بكنانة الربيع. Okay, وأتي رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم بكنانة بن الربيع. So the Prophet has came and brought Kinana ibn Rabi'. وكان عنده كنز بني النضير, and he used to have the treasure of Banu Nadir, which is his tribe. فسأله عنه, so the Prophet asked him about it. فجحد أن يكون يعرف مكانه. So Kinana said, I don't know where it is. Okay, but he actually knows where it is, but he says, I don't know where it is. He tries to lie. فأتي رجل من اليهود فقال. So a man from the Jews came and said, إني رأيت كنانة يطيف بهذه الغربة كل غداة. Okay, so he said that I've seen Kinana, this guy from Jew. He said, I see Kinana always going around this place of ruins during the noon time. Okay, so this shows that if Kinana was going, this Jew was watching him, that Kinana is always going to this certain place of the ruins, okay, and going, coming back and forth, going back and forth. So he said maybe there's something there, so maybe the treasure might be there. فقال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم لكنانة. The Prophet ﷺ said, أرأيت إن وجدناه عندك أقتلك? He said, do you see if I find this treasure here, should I kill you? قال نعم. He said yes. فأمر بالخربة. So he said, go to the ruins. فحفرت. Okay, so it was dug up. فأخرج منها بعض كنزهم. So some of the treasures were found there. ثم سأله عما بقي. The Prophet said, where is the rest? فأبى أن يؤديه. So Kinana refused to say where it is, where the rest was, the treasure. فدفعه إلى الزبير. So Prophet gave him to Zubayr. وقال عذبه حتى نستأصل ما عنده. So Zubayr tortured him until to see if what Kinana will say, where is the treasure, okay. فكان الزبير يقدح بزند في صدره. So Zubayr used to take something and heat it on fire and put it in the chest of Kinana حتى أشرف على نفسه, until he was about to die. ثم دفعه رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم إلى محمد. So the Prophet then gave him to Muhammad bin Maslama. So the Prophet gave Kinana to Muhammad bin Maslama. فضرب عنقه بمحمود بن مسلمة. So the Prophet gave Kinana to Muhammad bin Maslama, a companion of Prophet ﷺ, and so Muhammad bin Maslama chopped off the head of Kinana in revenge of Mahmud bin Maslama. You can see here again, فضرب عنقه بمحمود بن مسلمة. So as you can see, Muhammad ibn Maslama is the brother of Mahmud ibn Maslama. Okay, Kinana killed Mahmud Mahmud bin Maslama. So the Prophet gave Kinana to Muhammad bin Maslama, the brother of Mahmud bin Maslama, so that he can take revenge on the death of his brother. Okay, and it says وَكَانَ مَحْمُودٌ قُتِلَ تَحْتَ جِدَارِ حِصْنِ نَاعِمٍ. So that Mahmud was killed under a wall, okay, of a hisn, an orchard, or an orchard where it was for Banu Na'im. Okay, ألقي عليه الرحم وهو يستظل بجدار فمات. So they throw upon him like these big stones. Okay, you see these big stones that they use, they throw on him a stone, and while Mahmud bin Maslama was getting a shade under this fortress wall or orchard wall, and so he died. So this is why the Prophet Muhammad has given to Mahmud bin Maslama to kill him as a revenge. So even the torture and the killing was not unjust, okay, because Kinana was wrong. He killed the brother of Muhammad bin Maslama with no right. So the Prophet Muhammad punished him. Again, if we go right now, even here, if you go to the biography, this is go Kinana bin al-Rabi'. Okay, go to the biography. Ibn Ishaq writes about Kinana bin al-Rabi'. Okay. Kinana al-Rabi', who was in the custody of the treasure of Banu Nadir, was brought to the apostle, who asked him about it. He denied that he knew where it was. A Jew came, Tabari says, was brought to the apostle and said that he had seen Kinana going round a certain ruin every morning early. When the apostle said to Kinana, do you know that if we find you have it, I shall kill you. So if we find the treasure, then we're gonna kill you if you don't tell us where it is. He said yes. The apostle gave orders that the ruins was to be excavated, digged up, and some of the treasure was found. When he asked him about the rest, he refused to produce it, to say where the rest of the treasure was. So the apostle, meaning Prophet Muhammad, gave orders to Az-Zubayr ibn al-Awwam, torture him until you extract what he has. So he kindled a fire with a flint and steel on his chest until he was nearly dead. Then the apostle Prophet Muhammad delivered him, meaning Kinana, delivered him to Muhammad ibn Maslama, okay, the companion of Prophet Muhammad, and he struck off his head in revenge for his brother Mahmud.
He who leaves his religion, kill him. Do not initiate the greeting of salam to a Jew or a Christian, and if you meet them in the street, push them to the narrowest part of it. It's clear that Muhammad's life contains good and bad examples.
Now, the reason the Prophet Muhammad said do not start greeting the people of the book until they greet you first, and if you meet any of them, push them to the nearest side of the path. Now, this is concerning the Christians and the Jews who are against the Muslims and enemies of Muslims, because I'll prove it here exactly, that those who were against the Muslims, so this hadith here, it's reported in Riyadh al-Salihin book, in the book of greetings. This hadith is reported by Al-Bukhari and Muslim, so it's a Sahih authentic hadith. The reference is in the Arabic and English book reference of is book 6, hadith 868 of Riyadh al-Salihin of Sahih Muslim and Bukhari. Usama ibn Zayd, may Allah be pleased with him, reported the Prophet Muhammad passed by a mixing company of people which included Muslims, polytheists, and Jews, and he gave them the greeting saying Assalamu alaikum. So here, فَسَلَّمَ عَلَيْهُمُ النَّبِيُّ صَلَى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وسلم. Okay, this hadith is Sahih Bukhari and Muslim, so you can find it there as well. So you can see that these are people who had peace between the Muslims. They were the only ones that Prophet ﷺ was kind to them and did good to them. but the other ones who were against them and they were fighting them in war were the ones who were cursing the Muslims. So the Prophet said, do not start the greeting of salam to the people of the book unless they first greet you, because the people of the book used to go first and greet the Muslims saying assalamu alaikum, poison be upon you or death be upon you. So the Prophet ordered that do not say assalamu alaikum, or else they will say wa alaikum assalam. Do not say, he ordered the Muslims do not say, peace be upon you, those all types of Jews and Christians who are enemies of you. So do not reply to you saying and upon you be death, right? So here we see here, this is a hadith, it's also in Riyadh al-Salihin, Kitab Riyadh al-Salihin, the book of greetings. This is the Arabic English book reference, book 6, hadith number 867, Al-Bukhari and Muslim hadith. Anas reported, Messenger of Allah said, when the people of the book greet you by saying assalamu alaikum, meaning death be upon you, you should respond with wa alaikum, and upon you, the same on you. Okay, so even here we go to Sahih al-Bukhari hadith, and it says, narrated Aisha, the wife of Prophet Muhammad, a group of Jews entered upon the Prophet Muhammad and said assalamu alaikum, meaning death be upon you. I understood it, Aisha understood it and said wa alaikum assamu wal la'na. She said to the Jews, may death be upon you and the curse of Allah be upon you. Allah's Messenger said, be calm, O Aisha. Allah loves that one should be kind and lenient in all matters. I said, O Allah's Messenger, haven't you heard what they, the Jews, have said? Allah's Messenger said, I have already said to them and upon you. Okay, meaning wa alaikum. Okay, they said, death be upon you, the Prophet says, and upon you. So it clearly shows that the Prophet ﷺ greeted those who were in peace, who was in peace between them. He greeted them first, but those who were not in peace with the Muslims, the Prophet ﷺ waited until they greeted them, because he usually greeted them in a mockery way, so that the Muslims may respond to them in the same exact manner.